I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we had to take are winding, and all the lights that guide the way are blinding. There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Okay, greetings. This is a collective message. Someone here has a lot they want to say to you, but they don't know how. Why? Because they're being a pansy, but also maybe something with the flower, a pansy. Also, they know that if they were to say something, it would rock the boat, rock the boat, stroke it for me. So someone misses the way that you stroke, or I don't know, maybe what they've heard. I don't know, there's something here about that. So that's Rock the Boat by Aaliyah and Wonderwall by Oasis. So I would go listen to those songs or something with the lyrics of those songs. But truly, someone here really wants to rock the boat, but you are too taboo for them to come towards. It's against their family, it's against their caste, it's against their whatever they represent, or they could be of a certain culture or a certain religion, and they are expected to breed with someone of their, like, there's like people having a say in this person's life, and it's led this person to misery. And essentially, someone needs to do a full demolition, go back to ground zero. I need a hero. Someone could feel like they need a hero. Someone here has to go back to ground zero, start back at one. Someone has to start back at one and rebuild. Rebuild elsewhere is what I was hearing. Also, take the loss, start over elsewhere. It's better to rebuild, cut your losses, rebuild elsewhere. So if someone is wondering, like, is there anything that I can salvage? Spirit is saying, cut your losses, release that chapter, the residue of the energy, everything it needs to be left behind. Someone is ready for new beginnings. Something is not for you. Someone has tried. You've tried in this job. You've tried in this relationship. Someone has tried, and I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no satisfaction. So no matter what, a couple could be going to like a lot of couples therapy. They can be trying all these things and they just can't get any satisfaction because their time is up. Just like people graduate school, people graduate relationships. Not everyone is meant to stay in your life forever. Not everyone is going to grow with you at the rate that you're growing. I was also hearing the Superman song, I know you want me, baby. You know, I want you too. They call me Superman. I'm here to rescue you. So there are temptations. Maybe something with the band The Temptations, because I am hearing like oldie songs like that. But someone is definitely a temptation and they're constantly tempted outside of their connection. Also, someone here needs to check in with their spleen, something about the spleen. I just got like an imaging for that. So if someone here, spleen and kidneys is coming through for someone, which holds on to unaddressed, undealt with anger. I was also hearing the song Slow Hands. So someone here, you need to go slower with your hands, or think of how powerful your hands are, or you talk with your hands. Your hands have a lot to say. So being a musician, also writing, also someone here could make like pottery or make jewelry. They're really good with their hands, something with their hands. It's like, you don't know how magical the hands are. The hands, it's all in the hands. Cold taffy snaps, whereas warm taffy stretches and is malleable and is flexible. So Spirit is putting you in a situation, in a series of tests to see if you are cold taffy and if you're just gonna snap, or if there's some malleability, some flexibility for Spirit to work with. So someone here needs to be more flexible, and maybe their list, they could be like, I want to get married, but the list of the person they want, God is laughing because God's like, that's not your person's the opposite of everything on the list. Think of it this way. I know I talk about this a lot, but it's seriously a theme in the readings lately, is the sun and the moon are polar opposites, but they need each other to be complete. So someone here is like a moon only hangs out with other moons, a sun only hangs out with other suns. Oh, how scandalous for the sun to be out here shining, exposing, warm, everything, like cover up. And then, you know, the moon over there, the sun is like, ooh, look at the moon. The moon is so mysterious. I bet they're hiding a lot. I bet they're not as good of a person as they, you know, like they're different energies, but they actually need each other to be a day. So someone here is miserable and they're not getting satisfaction because it's like two positive ends of a battery or two negative ends of a battery, and it's not a match. It's not a match. So someone here needs to kind of, I don't know, own up to what their differences, what their weaknesses are someone else's strengths, and rather than like perverting it or bastardizing it or calling it bad, it's like understand how it can actually help help you and how you can help it. It's like there's a need for team, a need for partnership, and there's a huge lack of it in the collective energy right now. First, a whole break is needed, like a total separation is needed for people to just reground and regain their own bearings. Also berries, maybe eating more berries could be really helpful for someone. I was also hearing your love was handmade for somebody like me, so someone definitely wants to hand make something, or someone makes something, again, by hand. Also, I was hearing she's surrounded by 3 zebras and a monkey, which is from the Gossip Folk song by Missy Elliott, which I channeled a few weeks ago, so you may want to go watch it, the reading that says Gossip Folks on it. In that song, they're like, I heard she eat 1 cracker a day. So people here could be talking about your weight, especially if you're someone who like trains and like bulks and cuts in different seasons and whatnot. Like people will be like, haha, oh my gosh, did you see how much weight they gained? And it's like, yeah, they're building muscle, they're bulking. And then they see them like, you know, I don't know, after a period of 2 weeks or something, they're like, how did they get so skinny? What's going on? It's like, first of all, muscle burns way more. When you have more muscle, your body burns way more, so it's easier to shred. And then secondly, again, some people like train specifically like that. And thirdly, why are you caring and commenting on another person's body? Like, it's none of your business. It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. So again, you just have some like gossipy zebras and monkeys over here who are just like, I don't know, they just cackle. They just sit and talk about other people, which is so boring. I was also hearing the song New Flame by Chris Brown. I know in that song he's like, I know you came here with your crew. So he's like, you came here with your whole crew, and he's like, but I swear it's just the 2 of us. In that song he says, who said you can't find love in the club? But then whenever I heard that, who says you can't find love in the club? So someone here could be a player, they could be out with their boys, they could be at a game, they could be somewhere where they're just, you know, running game typically, but they actually like spot eyes and they're like, that's my wife. That's gonna be my future wife. But when I heard the song, who says, okay, so when he said, who says you can't find love in the club, I heard, who says I can't get the song by John Mayer. I'm not gonna finish it, but the song Who Says by John Mayer, go listen to that song because he talks about doing things. And someone here could be an athlete and they get tested so they can't do certain things, and they're like, who says I can't get like the John Mayer song? So someone here could have an issue with like their job or what they like to do for extracurriculars. This can be someone who's like, it's ridiculous, I don't like alcohol is poison, so in my fun time I like to do another extracurricular. Who says I can't get? And yeah, so someone here could be in a debacle over changing teams, trading places. Someone here can be trading places with another person. Again, it's like, it's not worth to fight for your spot in something. I don't know, there's something where Spirit's saying like, don't explain yourself. You don't need to explain yourself. And we are all going to be heavily tested in situations where people are going to kind of try and make you explain yourself, or make you feel like you should feel guilty, or what you're doing is bad, or that you need to change, or that something about how you do things is wrong. And Spirit is like, no, these are all tests to see how gracefully you can handle and remain in integrity, but also handle opposition against your integrity. How do you display your boundaries? How do you communicate without just being avoidant or without making it a fight? So that's kind of what we're collectively dealing with on the planet right now, is how we deal with differences, how we deal when other people are our stark opposition, like the sun and the moon. Do we look at it like the sun and the moon and be like, oh my gosh, partnership, let's get together and build one day. And we are, you know, you're half and I'm half, and we're both necessary, and we both bring different things to the table. And if I were to become more like you, then we wouldn't be a whole day. And if you were to become like me, you know, it would mess up the rhythm of life. So something here needs to be more embraced about differences. I was also hearing Tim's. So I think those are shoes. I don't know, someone here could like Tim's. Or I don't know, something about Timberland, but yeah, also rocking the boat. So someone here could be going out on boats, weight changes, starting over elsewhere, taking a break, less is more, or the universe will force you to rest. So definitely there's a strong need for the next 4 weeks to rest, because things are really going to pick up and you may not have time to rest after that. Bless you.